Season 1, Episode 2 of Black Mirror, titled 15 Million Merits, is set in a futuristic world where currency comes in the form of merits, which are then used for everything from toothpaste to competition entry fees. Our main character, Bing, has given up almost all of his merits to help his friend Abby enter a singing competition. Abby does not win the competition, but she's offered a job within the adult film industry with Wraith Babes.
When the scene opens, Bing is playing a first-person shooter video game. This game is first revealed through a point-of-view shot, which directly inserts the viewer into the scene. It's the same thing you would see if you were playing a first-person shooter yourself. The colors are muted to create almost a grim mood in a lifeless atmosphere, and the scene cuts directly to a medium shot of Bing, looking emotionless while listlessly playing. Not only are the colors muted, but there is a distinct lack of color. Everything in frame is black, white, or gray.
The scene cuts back to the first-person shooter, and we see the color red for the first time as Bing allows the virtual janitors to kill his character. When Bing is in frame again, the audience can see that he has allowed this to happen. The next shot shows Bing's point of view of the game, allowing the audience to watch along as his character dies. The color has shifted. Instead of muted yellows and greens, the scene is shown in black and white with occasional splashes of red. This serves to highlight the red in frame, which represents death, and by extension, Bing's lack of will to live.
The shot lingers on Bing's screen. The angle doesn't change, but the content does. Now we're seeing the logo for Wraith Babes, boldly appearing in black and white with accents of red. The colors of the logo are the same as the colors used in the video game that, quote-unquote, killed Bing. This links the two ideas together. The video game shows the loss of Bing's will to live, and the appearance of the Wraith Babes logo reminds the viewer why he's feeling that way. His distress is a result of his friend Abby's experience with the company.
After he fails to dismiss the advertisement, Bing is forced to watch the video because of insufficient funds. When the audience is watching Bing's reaction, the movement of the camera is slightly shaky while zooming in, which reflects Bing's uneasiness with the situation and makes viewers feel uneasy within the world of the video. It also serves to highlight the intrusiveness of the scene. As he watches, the viewer moves deeper into Bing's personal space. These colors are, again, mostly muted, with more red accents that appear with a contrasting vibrancy.
During this sequence, the color red remains vibrant while all the other colors are muted. You can see the redness of the judge's lipstick, the Wraith Babes logo, the judge's jacket, the audience in the background, and even a pair of shoelaces. The use of the color red again represents death, specifically the death of Abby's dream to sing. It also represents the death of her innocence. Towards the end of this scene, Abby is shown all in white, sitting on a white couch in the middle of a white room, which is meant to remind Bing and the viewer of the purity she embodied before the singing competition.
When we see Bing's reaction to Abby, the camera is the closest that it's been during this scene, so we've reached the peak of personal invasiveness. Bing clearly reaches his breaking point as he gets up and begins moving around the room. The camera closely follows Bing's movements throughout the room. This movement's a little erratic, and the camera's shaky, which reflects the sense of chaos Bing feels as he watches Abby's purity dismantle in front of him.
As the color red overwhelmingly takes over the room, a bird's eye view is used to show that Bing is trapped by the advertisement itself, which represents the death of Abby's innocence. After the bird's eye view, there are consecutive shots of Bing, moving closer to his face throughout each shot. When he takes his hands off his face, the advertisement plays. Bing and the viewer are forced into a close-up of Abby's red lipstick. The scene is framed in such a way that allows the viewer to simultaneously see Bing's reaction and the content on the screen.
Everything. You'll see it all. Open your mouth. Open.
Bing is unable to leave the room, causing the grid lines of the screen to resemble prison bars. This is highlighted when the camera cuts to the outside of the room. The erratic camera movement coupled with the content on the screen and Bing's movements creates a sense of chaos for the viewer. Even when Bing is sinking to the floor, we still see disembodied lips as the screen glitches and breaks down around him. When he sees the glass from the broken screen, he has a moment of clarity, and the scene is again displayed in black and white coloring. The close-up of Bing while the screen glitches around puts viewers into his personal space as he experiences chaos.
When Bing is cutting off the stamp he got during the singing competition, we see his reaction within the close-up shot as before, but there's an irony in the fact that the blood seeping out of the cut is not emphasized, as red has been a highlighted color throughout the whole scene. This could be referencing the way that fabricated emotions and false gratification have replaced reality within Bing's world.